Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ismaghuli huna uridu an u'arifa nafsi. Ismi Hanna Muharramatul Mahmuda. Ana min Surabaya. Ana mutakharrij An-Nur Athani Al-Murtadha. Kismi ilmu ahya. Wa al-ulum wa teknologiya. Number one, explain how the main foundation that the Prophet laid down in building Islamic civilization, detail its point and how it's relevant to our life today. My answer, one more, building a mosque. The messenger of Allah arrived in Medina in the village of Bani Najjar on Friday, 12 Rabiul Awal in 1 Hijriah. He lived in the house of Abu Ayyub al-Ansari not long after, but the apostle asked the companions to establish a mosque. The apostle then bought a piece of land from two orphans. He was directly involved in the process of establishing the mosque. He helped move stones and other materials. This makes the friends' motivation to be more enthusiastic. One can imagine how embarrassed a person will be if he remained silent while God's messenger took the trouble to carry the stone. The mosque became the first building built by the Prophet in Medina. Why? Because to build a plural society, of course, a building is needed that presents justice, equality, and composition. When the residents entered the mosque, there was no longer any difference between officials and peasants. There was no difference between the rich and the poor. They stood on an equal footing with each other and the same following the movements of the priest. No one is specialist in this. In addition, mosques also have many functions, not only religious function, but also educational and social matters. Muslims usually make a halaqah in the form of a circle of facing to a sheikh. The same was true in the time of the Messenger of Allah, as the companions studied Islam and consulted in the mosque. From a social perspective, the mosque is a gathering place for people from various tribes and backgrounds. Where in the past Jahiliyah era, they held a firmly tribal fanatic, so that they often talk wars between one tribe and another. With the existence of the mosque, there is not longer a partition between them. Brotherhood of Muslim. The second step, the Messenger of Allah brotherhood between the Muhajirin and Ansar. For example, fraternizing Ja'far bin Abu Talib with Mu'ad bin Jabal. A country cannot stand tall except with the unity of the people, and it is impossible for the unity of the people to be achieved if there is no sense of brotherhood and mutual affection in the midst of society. Therefore, the brotherhood implemented by Muhajirin and Ansar is the mindset of the unity of the people. A peaceful society is built on the basis of justice and equality. These two components will not be achieved except after the establishment of brotherhood and affection between each other. Therefore, the Messenger of Allah placed brotherhood as the basis for implementing justice and equality. The border established between Ansar and Muhajirin is not mere speech, but is truly realized in everyday life. In the story Islam, the fraternity is actually not new, because previously the apostle had also bordered the Muhajirin in Mecca. Ibnu Abdul Bar said, the brotherhood took place twice. First only between Muhajirin in Mecca, and second between Muhajirin and Ansar. Character of Medina. The character of Medina is concrete evidence that Islamic society from the very beginning of its development was built on the basis of clear regulation. The state built by the Prophet stand perfectly, because it has fulfilled the requirement of a country, namely the existence of territories, laws and regulation and society. The character of Medina is essentially about justice and equal rights and obligation for all elements of Medina's society, including the Jews. For example, they are allowed to remain religious and practice religion according to what they believe. They can also make a living just like any other people, and they are also obligated to defend Medina if an enemy attacks. Number 2, the process of building Medina. Number 2, explain what things the Prophet made in building the city of Medina. How is relevant to our life today? The process of building Medina began with the Hijrah of the Muslim, which was a movement of change when the Prophet and his faithful people moved from Mecca to Medina. It was in this current of change that the Messenger of Allah discovered properties, values to strengthen the city buildings. He laid out to realize a life full of grace and virtue. The provision of religious social facilities to provide convenience in meeting the needs of its citizen. Not only material, physical needs, but also mental, spiritual. In the mosque, the Prophet Muhammad gave a briefing of knowledge, wisdom, exemplary, building spirit and culture of ukhuwah, tasamuh atau tolerance, musawah atau equality, ta'awun atau mutual cooperation. Same of doing work, competitive spirit, which in turn can accompany all its citizens to do smart in the spirit of akhlakul karimah. That is why perfecting akhlakul karimah became the main mission of the Messenger of Allah sent to the face of this earth. In realizing this scared mission, he carried out on the property spirit. The Messenger of Allah began to organize life by being guided by the teachings. Another important principle on which the Prophet mainly held was to the principle of ukhuwah. Ukhuwah is one of the important portraits of Medina society. The Prophet will familiarity and friendship between Ansar and Muhajirin, between Qabilah one and Qabilah the other, between public figures and between rich and other and poor. He built agreements and dialogues with communities of adherents of other religions. Actually, what is the Medina Charter? Explain the most important content of Medina Charter. What was behind the emergency of the Medina Charter? and how relevant the Medina Charter is the context of human life today. The Charter of Medina is a document compiled by the Prophet Muhammad SAW, which was a formal agreement between himself and all the tribes and important tribes in Yathrib, later named Medina, in 1620. The document was compiled as clearly as possible with the main purpose of stopping the first conflict between the Banu Aus and the Banu Khasra in the Medina. For this reason, the document stipulates a number of rights and obligations for Muslim, Jews, and other communities in Medina. In general, there are 5 important points in the content of the Medina Charter. Among them are 1. Equality of people in Medina, regardless of religious background or race. 2. Religious freedom for the people of Medina. Number 3. Peace, in which every resident is obligated to create national security and oppose the Zalims who do damage. Number 4. Tolerance and pluralism, in order to strengthen the unity of the people of Medina. Number 5 is residents' fight and yet and released the captives. The background of the Charter Medina began because of the conflict between the peoples in Medina. The Charter of Medina was written in 620 in the city of Medina. This charter is also claimed to be the first written constitution in the world. The text of the Charter Medina consists of first 14.7 article. The Charter of Medina also contained regulation based on Islamic law to form a state that placed the inhabitation of various tribes, race, and religions living in the city of Medina at the time, including the Arabs of the Muhajirin of Mecca, the Arabs of Medina, and the Jewish community. Throughout this agreement, Prophet Muhammad SAW has exemplified the principle of constitutionalism in his agreement with all the citizens of Medina at the time. Therefore, tell you some evidence about the Islamic civilization property and why did it collapse then? What are the factors that led to the collapse of Islamic civilization? What should Muslim do at this time so that Islamic civilization can rise again? One of the evidence of the development of Islam in the international world until now is the establishment of the University of Paris. The University of Paris is one of the proof of the important role of Islamic Daulah in the European world. Because previously, European youth studied at Islamic University, which at the time were under the Daulah of Andalusian Islam. The Mughal dynasty recognized that Persia, now Iran, was a country that was then very skilled in language, architecture, or landscape, and gardens. The park the Taj Mahal complex and the Humayun Cemetery is an example of a garden that the Mughal dynasty adopted from Persia. With the entry of Islam in Indonesia, many Islamic boarding schools were later established. The original culture and can also combine with Islamic value that make Islam easily accepted by the local population. An example of local culture that combines with Islamic values is the art of the bush. The factor caused the decline of Islamic civilization, namely the absence of a unifying ideology at the time. Non-Arab ethnic groups often undermined peace because of the wrong in the giving and use of the term to the mukallaf. Economic problems at the time. Science was more intensively development than the economic field, so that time there were economic difficulties that eventually affected the political and military spheres. The system of switching power is not clear. One of the reasons is that is a struggle for power by the hearts. So the relationship becomes unclear. 5. What lesson you take from the history of Islamic civilization? What attitude should we take to overcome the difference of opinion in the history of Islamic civilization? Shaping the disposition and personality of the people, because by studying the history of Islamic culture, the younger generation will get very valuable lessons from the journey of a figure or previous generation, gaining information and understanding of the origins of cultural treasure, and will in other fields that have been achieved by Muslims in the past, and taking ibrah or lessons from the incident. One may escape when feel proud and love Islam culture, which is the fruit of the work of Muslim in the past. Number 2, participate in preserving the relics of the past by studying and benefiting from them. Number 3, emulate the good behavior of previous figure. Number 4, take listen from the various success and failures of the past. And number 5, cultivate enthusiasm and motivation to improve the achievement of previous people. Syukran. Thank you. Jazakallahu khairan katsira. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.